you spoke about something very profound off air about a lot of us young people are in debt.
Yeah.
And we don't openly speak about it.
Yeah.
And we
It's
don't.
embarrassing.
Yes.
It says something about you. It means you can't handle your ish.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it means. You know what I mean? And so when you start talking openly about your debt issues, you are almost giving us insight to your character flaws.
Yeah.
You failed. How do you go and get a loan and not be able to, you are unable to honor your commitment.
Yes.
That's what you are saying when you say you got debt.
Sure.
So you are also,
And some people will label you to be living beyond your means.
I'm telling you.
Because it's convenient for them to say that. That no. At the time where you got all of these things, you could afford it. But then
life happens.
And
you know what, with us black folk, it takes one funeral that somebody did not plan for, that you are now having to assist at.
Yeah.
Because it's your uncle whose children are not financially stable. You're the one in Johannesburg, and now you are required, because you're in Johannesburg. They don't understand that. Yeah. So 10,000 or 15,000 rand
of unplanned money
can set you back incredibly. You are unable to pay for your debts, for the 1,000 here, 1,000 there. If that 15,000 is going off to that funeral, listen, it messes you up.
There's something that's very important that we all as young people are battling with, which is trusting the process.
Yeah.
This is very close to my heart, because like a lot of young people get consumed by the process that they never see it to the end of God's purpose for their life, or the end of their dreams, and see them become a reality. So we just want to shoot real quickly and achieve our dreams quickly and achieve everything quickly, like we popcorn.
Right.
And you spoke about how that happened to you and how you had to bounce back. Let's speak more about that.
So yeah, I mean, one of the things that I really struggled with was that my career ran ahead of me, and it ran ahead of me, and I wasn't ready for it.
Please unpack what you mean exactly by your career running ahead of you.
Right. So I was 21, going on 22, and I just had matric. I didn't have any university qualifications. I still don't. And there I was, being headhunted to run Virgin Unite's CSI arm for Africa.
Huge.
Massive. The budgets were massive, and Richard had entrusted me to change the lives of young people in Africa, and mainly Southern Africa, using the budget that he had given me. And so the executive decisions I needed to start making, the team I all of a sudden had to manage that I had no clue how to do. But in terms of one's corporate life, getting that title and that job is something that happens late 30s, early 40s, and there I was in my early 20s, and this is what I was doing. So the difficult thing about that is that I needed to keep up with that, and it was difficult. And we made an example early on. It's like being a child star,
like
Umsawawa, Umzambia. All of a sudden, boom, you're a star. But I kept asking myself, if I'm doing this at 21, 22, what am I going to be doing 10 years from now?
Sure.
And so that really troubled me, and that's why I got married at 25.
Sure.
Because it was almost the next thing that I needed to do.
It feels right.
Yeah, it feels right. That's what you do.
You've got this thing together. Your business is going well. That life. You've got money. Money's coming in.
Stable,
so now you just need a partner.
Because that's what happens in real life, right? You go to varsity, then you get a job. You finish early 20s, your mid 20s, you start getting a job, you start building your career. 30s, early 30s, you find a partner, you settle down. Mid 30s, you have children. It's kind of but for me, it kind of happened all way too quickly, way at the beginning. And by the time I was 30, I was like, what am I going to do now?
Sure.
And I mean, just before I turned 30, I was deep in debt. We were just talking now off air about how I was hiding my car from the people who wanted to repossess it. Because you're traveling so much, I started getting credit cards, because traveling internationally without a credit card is tough. You are missing flights, you need to buy food. I mean, there are countries where you have to swipe for the trolley. to carry your bags.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So it's just the smallest things overseas where now you start traveling, you need a credit card, and I was just consuming. I was consuming the debt. I was just also I was consuming the debt because I was trying to prove to the world
not
that
that
I'm not that
girl.
young girl who's hungry and I made it.
Listen, I got this.
So I'm telling you, you are every time I go home, it's either I'm going home in my car, or I'm
But it's so far to drive.
I'm hiring. No, I put in a train, girl, which costs money. Eh? If I'm not doing that, I'm hiring. You need a credit card for that. You need to have a certain balance in your credit card. Like then when you get home, you also want to show them that no, we can't be eating bread. Sibu from Joburg is here.
Of course.
So like the food you eat for those couple of days, it's also different. Like it's just. And that's how I found myself in serious debt. And to get to the point where I am today, where I'm just paying for one or two things, and I don't owe anybody anything outside of that.
It's so liberating.
It's